Today we're going to make a concrete nightstand with a walnut drawer. Here's what you need to get started. A hardwood board. I used walnut with a live edge. Some 3/4 inch thick pine boards, a scrap piece of plywood, a circular saw, an orbital sander, and a cordless drill. To make the perimeter of the nightstand, I'm going to build a Lego mold and pour in Quikrete countertop mix. I built the mold out of Legos and then glued it down with a hot glue gun to a laminate board. I mixed the Quikrete in a large plastic mixing tray. As I shoveled it into the mold, I made sure to push it down into all the corners and cracks with a stick. Let the concrete cure at least 20 hours before removing the Legos. I designed the mold so that there'd be 2 ledges for the drawer to rest on. I stripped off the outer layers of bark with a hatchet, then used a hammer and chisel to scrape off the rest. I cut the front face of the drawer using a circular saw. I used clamps and guides to make sure that my cuts were nice and square. I wanted to save as much of the walnut as possible for other projects, so I made the inside of the drawer out of pine with a plywood bottom. I sanded the pieces by hand and painted them before assembling the drawer. The walnut was pretty rough, so I started sanding it with 80 grit paper before finishing it up with 220 and even 400 grit paper. I finished the walnut with a coat of Danish oil. I glued the bottom pieces of the drawer together first, and then screwed on the sides. I checked to make sure the drawer would fit before screwing on the front face. I screwed from the inside so that you wouldn't see any screw heads on the outside. For more detailed instructions, check out my website and be sure to follow me on social media.